pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have a roll call, please.
Mark Cole,
Here.
Oliver Jenkins,
Present.
Monty Matalago,
Here.
Tony Paree,
Here.
Eula Simeon,
Here.
Jared Ricky,
Here.
Lenore Feeney,
Here.
Jason Hanneman,
Here.
and Erica Dorsey. Here.
Did we receive any requests to address the commission on matters on the agenda?
We did not, Mr. Chairman.
With having no requests, we'll move on to the order of business. First item on the order of business is consideration of the minutes, the meeting minutes from March 14, 2024.
Second.
Moved and second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Second business item on the agenda is in accordance with State Police Commission Rule 13.22, consideration of amicable settlement of appeals submitted by the parties in the matter of Kevin Ducote, it's docket number 23-273-S. And we have parties who are available.
Yes, Chairman, Jason Kessick on behalf of Public Safety Services, Office of Legal Affairs.
Mary Ann White on behalf of Kevin Ducote.
And today we're presenting a joint settlement agreement in docket number 23-273-S. Polygraphist Ducote was originally suspended for 16 hours. That was for violations of LSP Procedural Order 901.21, Code of Conduct and Ethics, dissemination of information, and LSP Procedural Order 901.42, Code of Conduct and Ethics, public statements. We've been working with counsel in this matter, and we've reached this agreement whereby Polygraphist Ducote waives his appeal for LSP Procedural Order 901.21, Code of Conduct and Ethics, public statements. And Louisiana State Police will or is requesting dismissal of 901.21, dissemination of information. Part of this, his hours for suspension will be dropped down to 8 hours, and he will be provided remuneration for the additional 8 hours that he has already served as part of that 16.
What is the rank of Mr. Ducote?
He is polygraphist, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
Polygraphist.
Okay, it's
Trooper. It's one of the technical subsets.
So he goes by Mr. Ducote. As opposed to trooper or.
We call him polygraphist. We call him polygraphist.
Okay, polygamist. So it's polygamist Ducote here.
Yeah.
For sure. Is he here?
He's not.
Oh, okay, that's all I was trying to get to.
Okay.
My apologies, Your Honor.
All right, we're fine. You represent polygamous Ducote?
Polygamist.
Tease him. Out of the minutes.
Take that out, take that
Man.
Yes, I represent Polygraphist Ducote, and he's acknowledged the settlement agreement and signed it, and he's in agreement with it.
Yeah, got me, you got me rolling. Okay. All right, thank you. You agree with the statements that were made?
Yes, I agree.
Thank you. We sure we're not doing multiple things? Do we have any motions?
I'll move that we go into executive session to discuss.
It's been moved and second that we go into executive session. Giving a roll call vote, please. Good thing we don't have mics today.
Mark Cole, Oliver Jenkins,
Yes.
Monty Matalago,
Yes.
Tony Paree,
Yes.
Jared Ricky,
Yes.
Eula Simeon.
Yes. Have it, we'll go into executive session. Please remove all personal items from the conference room. Call, please.
Jared Ricky.
Yes.
Mark Cole.
Yes.
Tony Paree,
Yes.
Oliver Jenkins.
Yes.
Monty Montalvo,
Yes.
Euless Simmons.
Yes. Okay, the unanimous vote to leave executive session and come back into public session. Now that we're in public session, do we have any motions?
I'll make a motion to approve the settlement. It's item 2.
Second.
Been moved and second to approve the settlement listed in item 2. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Great, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we have the director's report.
Number 3. You go. Item 3, consideration.
All right, thank you. Consideration of the resolution for professional legal services contract for the fiscal year 2025.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. With the procedures set forth by the Attorney General, we're looking to enter into professional legal services with Taylor, Porter, Brooks, and Phillips. New terms permitted for professional legal services are 1-year contracts. And so we're also required to have a resolution submitted and voted on our commission. So with your permission, I'll read this resolution into the record. State Police Commission resolution to contract for professional legal services with Taylor, Porter, Brooks, and Phillips LLP. Whereas the State Police Commission was constitutionally created and vested with broad and general rulemaking and subpoena powers for the administration and regulation of the classified state police service. And whereas the State Police Commission has the exclusive power and authority to hear and decide all removal disciplinary cases. And whereas the commission is in need of legal representation in the form of a general counsel to serve as a referee for disciplinary cases, provide representation for possible litigation, and provide counsel to staff and commission members. And whereas Taylor, Porter, Brooks, and Phillips LLP have provided legal services to the commission for over 30 years, and M. Lenore Feeney has served in the role of contracted special counsel for over 10 years. And whereas the hourly rate of the contract shall be $3.15 per hour within the established guidelines by the Louisiana Attorney General, total compensation for the 1-year contract not to exceed $100,125. And whereas the term shall not be for a period of more than 1 year from the effective date of July 1, 2024. And whereas in the event of claims brought in federal court seeking equitable relief, these claims may implicate the interest of the state of Louisiana. And so the commission agrees to provide advance written notice to the Louisiana Attorney General 10 business days before the next meeting, and an opportunity for the Attorney General to express concerns directly to the commission in writing or an executive session before the commission. Or one proposes a settlement, accept a proposed settlement, agrees to a consent decree, or enters into any other agreement with any party in federal action for declaratory or injunctive relief that is going to be or has been filed, or files any document in any federal case in which a declaratory or injunctive relief has been granted against the commission. Final judgment dismissing the case has not been entered, and at least 3 years have passed since any party seeking relief, including the US DOJ in an amicus capacity, filed any document in the case. Accordingly, the commission authorizes and directs the law firm to provide the required notice to the Attorney General, release such information and documentation as the Attorney General may request in response to the notice, and generally cooperate with the Attorney General in regard to the notice. And whereas this resolution shall take effect immediately, and therefore be it resolved that the Louisiana State Police Commission pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 42-262 does hereby retain and employ Taylor, Porter, Brooks, and Phillips LLP and M. Lenore Feeney as special counsel. And be it further resolved that this resolution and proposed contract described herein be submitted to the Attorney General for the state of Louisiana for approval. That's done and signed with the City of Baton Rouge on the 9th day of May, 2024.
So moved.
Moved and second to adopt the resolution. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Be it so resolved.
Thank you. And document for your signature on the back table.
Now we can move to the director's report.
Yes, sir. First item in my director's report, behind tab number 4, you'll find the budget expenditures for the commission. Any commissioners have questions about the monthly expenditures? Sure. We'll advise that there is a supplemental appropriation underway in House Bill 766 that contains our supplemental appropriation for the current fiscal year. It passed the House unopposed and has been referred to Senate Finance Committee for consideration. That's for our legal services for the current fiscal year. The other item I have for you is also behind tab number 4 is the ethics financial disclosure. This is a reminder for commissioners who have not filed. So your 2.1 annual financial disclosure is due on May 15th, 2024. It covers the 2023 calendar year. Some of you have already completed your disclosure. This is just a friendly reminder for those who haven't. Any questions?
I feel reminded.
I wanted to advise that the upcoming promotional exam is on May 22nd, 2024. We have 417 registered troopers to take the sergeant, lieutenant, or captain exam. 16 of those will register for the makeup exam on May 28th.
Is this a mandatory?
It says mandatory this year. Also wanted to advise that we're in the early stages of review for a new cadet application and management system. I'll provide more updates as we get further down the road, but this is something I would like to see as part of our fiscal year 26 budget priority, which we will start preparing and ready to submit in October. So that's it. Then I wanted to also advise that the legislative auditor just completed their financial audit covering fiscal years 2023 and 2024. We are waiting for the official publication, and I'll provide each of you a copy once it's received. I want to thank Ms. Debbie Gibbons on our team for always being ready and quickly responding to the auditor's inquiries. They left no stone unturned this cycle. It was a thorough audit, but Debbie's attention to detail and diligence have again set us on the path for an excellent report. So I'll be sharing that as soon as I receive it. And then the last thing on my report is just to advise that our next meeting is scheduled for June 13th at 10 a.m. Any questions?
Yeah, at this point in our agenda, we move to any requests by individuals who would like to speak to the commission on items that are not on the agenda. We've received 3 requests, one from Rita McDonald, one from Carl Brown, and one from Belinda Parker. When you come up, would you identify yourself? So we'll know who, oh, I'm sorry, and I left one off. Might have to help me with this. Why don't you give us
Aishi.
Aishi Obaluski. Okay, thank you. Now, some of these requests were marked as wanting to talk about things on the agenda as well as off the agenda, but I understand that it was communication with our council and it's really things that are not on the agenda. And I'm not calling you out about it. I just want to make sure, because we saved these and I want to make it clear that the only request that the ones who had marked both were making was to speak about things that are off the agenda. Is that your understanding?
That's correct. We're gonna speak on, off the agenda, due to the fact we didn't get here in time to get them to you to talk about what was on the agenda. So we're totally off the agenda.
And you, which one of the?
I'm Belinda Parker Brown with Louisiana United International. And you wanna go first?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Carl Brown, with Louisiana United International also. And I'm here to present facts of a case that has come to our attention. Plaintiffs aver that defendants did in fact engage in an electronic meeting wherein discussion of the dissemination of a letter among LSPC members and subsequent intended mailing to DA candidate Colin Sims did in fact transpire. Defendants then individually affixed their digital signatures constituting their votes on the matter and thereby provided authorization for the LSPC Executive Director Jason Hanneman to mail the letter to Colin Sims. While defendants indicate that no meeting took place among the members of the LSPC, they conveniently fail to address how those digital signatures requiring username and password by each member managed to be obtained on a single document. Plaintiffs have clearly established the presence of a quorum, as the clear and irrefutable trail of electronic evidence shows that all 7 of the then members of the commission both received the letter and acted upon it. LSPC Chairman Euless Simmons Jr., Jason Hanneman, the letter was received and acted upon by every single one of then existing 7 LSPC members. Thus, not only was a quorum obtained for this electronic meeting, but the entirety of the membership of the LSPC participated in the electronic meeting, and that fact is demonstrated by the affixated digital signatures. The court does not have to consider as facts that there were discussions among the individual defendants. All the court must do is exercise common sense. Our defendants suggesting that the executive director, Jason Hanneman, simply fell out of bed one morning, Saturday no less, and decided to draft the letter, disseminate it electronically, and seek for each defendant to officiate their individual digital signatures on the letter. Perhaps that is why Executive Director Hanneman at 10:15 a.m. on March 28th, 2024, declined to accept service on behalf of any of the 6 defendants, for which he could have done so when East Baton Rouge Sheriff Deputy E. McKnight attempted to service upon him as a representative of defendants. The 6 defendants subsequently waived service. Why did he refuse service? To assert that this letter was mysteriously disseminated on a whim by Executive Director Hanneman to the members and the defendants, all then individually digitally signed it, and that not one defendant replied with anything along the lines of, "What is this?" Or "Why am I being asked to sign this?" Defendants did not disseminate individual letters on plain stationery indicating he was acting in his individual capacity, but rather the defendants collectively sent one single letter on official LSP letterhead, complete with Governor Jeff Landry's name prominently displayed in the upper right corner, in a direct and concerted effort to provide the impression that they did have jurisdiction over the subject matter of the letter. Plaintiffs averred that the whole reason that the activities of defendants were done with such secrecy because they knew full well that they were violating not only their own rules, but also the Louisiana Constitution in sending out the letter to Colin Sims. And this is the reply from Colin Sims' campaign manager, Lionel Rainey. What should be concerning to the commission, those who govern it, and the general public is the apparent involvement herein by Louisiana State Police Commission member Jared Caruso Ricky, and any direct or indirect involvement he may have with the upcoming election for the 22nd Judicial District Attorney's Office. Direct or indirect involvement by Mr. Ricky in support of candidate Vincent Wayne or any other candidate appears to be in violation of the Louisiana Constitution, Article 10, Section 47, and Louisiana State Police Commission rules. LSPC Rule 14.2. The purpose of any appointment to the Louisiana State Police Commission is to be in service to the citizens of Louisiana.
Excuse me, Mr. Brown, I just want to give you a heads up. Our standing policy is a 5-minute limit on comments. You've got about a minute and a half left.
I got one line.
It's fine. I just didn't want to just drop it on you at the.
No problem. I understand what you're saying. I didn't know that 5 minutes was gone already. It is disappointing to see this commission potentially used in a political manner in contrast to its mission, state law, and its own rules. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Brown. Anyone else?
Yeah, okay. This right here is a filing that we received after we filed the lawsuit in violation of the public law. is it Tablet Porter? You know, this is very disturbing because of the fact that you all know that you have broken your own rules and have not followed the Louisiana constitutional law. And now you go and file, you know, who's paying for this? You know, this is more of taxpayers' money being misused and wasted. You know that you were wrong in what you did. You got caught with your drawers down. And now you want to go waste more taxpayers' money to get a lawyer to file something that you say you did not even have jurisdiction to do. She said it, she stated it in this motion, in this filing. And on top of that, why come you didn't show her the letter before you sent it out? Why come she wasn't involved before you sent it out? So now, here you go again, wasting taxpayers' money. This commission, the reason why we're here is that we're saying that you all are not even following your own rules. What is the use of this commission? We don't need it. It is a blatant violation, a misuse of taxpayers' money. And I'm saying today, all of you just need to resign. Step down. You know, this is bringing too much, you know, the governor, you know, one thing that Biddy, our lieutenant governor, he is for all of Louisiana. And it's obvious that, you know, you guys is appearing to be as a part of some good old boy system. We don't want that here in the state of Louisiana. We don't want the, you know, done, finished, over with the good old boy, the politicking and politricking in Louisiana. We don't want that here. We want people that are for all of Louisiana and that's going to, you know, uphold their oath of office and follow the rules. And it's obvious that none of you have done that. You blatantly disregard the public citizens. And we're just not going to tolerate it anymore. Come on, Ms. Rita.
Thank you for your comments. You and Ms. McDonald?
Good afternoon. I am Rita Mixon McDonald. My father, going to the good Lord, my father was Reverend Preston Mixon, started 7 Southern Baptist churches, and was head chaplain of Charity Hospital, New Orleans. Dad worked under Dr. Charles Mary, administrator of Charity. Louisiana is a state that people need help. And I'm going to let you know what a Louisiana state trooper has done to me. And I know it's been uncalled for. I know how this trooper treated me as an elderly person. And I'm going to read what I've got. When Daddy was chaplain of Charity, I worked for the state Supreme Court, but I have worked for Louisiana State Department of Education years ago. I worked for Southeast Mental Hospital in Mandeville, and I worked for Louisiana Supreme Court Judicial Administrator. But I'm going to give you 3 things here that I think that troopers need more training or training experience as a teacher. Like I said, I feel that I've been hurt. I'm also got I was hurt. They call it, they have aggravated the pre-existing condition. All right, number 1. This trooper went to the truck driver, 18-wheeler, and left me in my car close to an hour. He felt more for the truck driver than he did to me, and I'm the one that got hit. And then he came back to talk to me. Number 2, this trooper was very disrespectful to me as an elderly person, senior citizen. He didn't have any concern for me and my well-being. And I will state, he didn't care if I died. Number 3, you don't need the commission. As they said, step down if you're not going to help the people. You're supposed to be serving the people. And I'm looking at the purpose of this commission and how they have violated the oath of their office. So please understand that they're needed here for the people. Thank you.
Have you filed a complaint?
No, sir, I have not filed a complaint.
Well, I would invite you to file the complaint because we can't just reach out and look at things. Things have to come through us after they go through discipline. So if you want to file a complaint, let the disciplinary process take its course, then it could come to us. But until then, we can't reach out and do anything under the Constitution. Okay, so if there's a complaint, I certainly invite you to make that complaint, get it filed, and let the process take its course to get to us, okay?
Greetings, my name is Chief Haishi Opaduksi of the Chichoma Chapel Schoolers Nation. And before I came here, I had to get in touch with my counsel and get permission to speak to you. And of course, I feel that there's no transparency. I feel your commission has no transparency. You make decisions on your own without contacting the people. You took an oath of office, so you should follow your oath of office. The people, you're supposed to work for the people, not for yourselves. So that's my main concern about transparency. That you should have transparency.
Is this related to a particular issue or is this just a
Well,
general?
it's just because I'm also on the lawsuit as well.
Oh, okay. It's related to the same thing you
Yes,
referred to.
yes, and I feel there's no transparency with your commission. There should be. You took an oath of office. You should follow your oath of office and follow the Constitution. And that's basically what I want to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Those are all the requests we received to address items that were not on the agenda. Unless there's an opposition, I will be adjourned. Seeing none, we are adjourned.
Here.